Now, there are 4 F's that you have to have if you want to be a successful speaker. 4 F's, and you got to live by these 4 F's. You got to do these 4 F's. You got to engage in these 4 F's. These 4 F's are going to set you free. Freedom is not one of the 4 F's, but these are what these 4 F's bring you. All right, let's roll. The first is you have to have faith. You have to have faith. You have to have faith. And I'm not just talking about some kind of faith that is like, oh, I believe I can do that. No, that's bullshit mindset. You got it in a book, and that's not going to save you. I mean, you have to have faith in yourself. And for the next 2 days, you have to have faith in me. So you got to have faith in yourself, and you got to have faith in me. You've got to go, I know that if I take the actions in here and I show up for 2 days and I don't multitask and I'm not distracted and I'm willing and I'm committed and whatever she says, I am the first in line. Listen, my goal in life is to always be the first in line. Put first in line in the chat. That's who you want to be. That's how you want to show up. That's how you want to roll. When I ask you to do things, be the first to raise your hand. When I share something with you, be the first to implement it. When I give you an opportunity, be the first to step into it. When I say, hey, we got this thing, be the first in line. Get the bonus. Get the opportunity. Grab the moment. You will not win in life if you do not have the commitment to be first in line all the time. And that takes faith. That takes faith in you, and it takes faith in me. It takes faith in me that I know what the hell I'm doing. And over the next 2 days, I'm going to show you exactly how to get it done. It takes faith in you that you are going to be first in line. You don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to be the best at it. You don't have to have mastered it, but you have to believe that you are going to take the action. You have to have faith in yourself. That's the first F, everybody. The second is financing. Let me tell you something. Hobbyist owners think you build a business from nothing. Hobbyist owners think, oh, I'll figure this out and I'll make some money. Hobbyist owners go, I'm going to quit my job because I want freedom and I want to start a business. Real business owners, my clients in this room, my clients who make multiple 6, 7, multiple 7 figures that are in this room right now, they know that it takes financing to build a business. And you better figure out where you're going to get your financing from. Are you going to get it from credit? Are you going to get it from a job? Are you going to get it from savings? Are you going to get it from your 401k? Where are you going to get it from? Harvard Business School says it takes over $87,000 over the course of 3 years to have a business that will even think of surviving. Think of surviving. So if you thought this was a way to make money without having money, wrong. You cannot be a 7-figure speaker. You cannot buy the stages, which I'll teach you about. You cannot build the stages that you need to build. You cannot book the stages you need to book. You cannot have the look. You cannot have the mentorship. You cannot have the training. You cannot have the support. You cannot have the direction without having some financing to invest in that, right? I know some of you have already gone through this experience with me, but we're going to drop a link right now for you to test how much financing you can get from your business. This is a company we partner with called 7-Figure Financing. I know a lot of people here are from Shanda's world, and this is a company that I connected Shanda with as well. We know that to be successful, person with the most attention and the most financing wins. Can you put that in your notebook? The person with the most attention and the most ability to access financing will win this game. So you've got to figure these pieces out. How much financing is available for you to actually grow your business? Because the more financing you can get, the more that you can put into the business, the faster it will grow. I stayed in my day job for 3 years, a 60-hour-a-week day job, because it was a part of my financing plan, which is why I went from $0 to $1 million in under 3 years. Who in this room wants to go from $0 to $1 million in under 3 years? Can I get a hell yeah? You want to go from $0 to $1 million in under 3 years? Give me a hell yeah in the chat. You're going to need to finance that. To be a 7-figure speaker, you have to finance that business. Speaking is not a passion. Speaking is not a mission. Speaking is not a pursuit. Speaking is a business. It's a business, and you have to finance that business from having the right team, to having the right software, to having the right coaching, to having the right support, to being able to buy sponsorships. You have to be able to finance that. So that's the second F there, is the financing piece. So the third is the framework. Now that's really what you're going to get over the next couple of days. I'm going to give you a framework for writing your speech, for telling stories, for having a free offer, for having a paid offer, for booking gigs. I'm going to give you that framework. You guys know, some of you heard me speak for 30 minutes at places, or you heard me speak for 90 minutes at visit places, and you know that I certainly couldn't give you everything in that time frame. And I also can't give you everything in a you know, 2 half days, or what are we doing together? Like 10 hours, 10-hour time frame. But what I can do is I can give you the framework. So I'm going to give you all of the framework pieces, and then you will need to take that out and take all the next steps. And of course, I'm going to share next steps with you. Of course, I'm going to share opportunities for us to all take next steps together, but you're going to get the framework over the next couple of days. And you want a framework. Now, notice I didn't say a script, because if you've ever taken a speaker training before and they've given you a script, you got screwed. You got scammed. Not really scammed. They weren't trying to scam you. Because what do you think it looks like for you to speak from a script? What do you think it looks like for me to hand you my script, and me handing you my script, Naja or Katura or Rich or Amy is trying to be me? You don't want to be me. You want to be you. You want to be the best version of you. So I'm going to teach you how to frame out talks, how to tell stories that really come from you, that it's unique. You don't steal the show by taking somebody else's show. That's a writer downer. You don't steal the show by taking somebody else's show. So we are going to show you the framework, but you are not going to get scripts. Now, through this event, you're going to get a lot of models, samples, and examples. I'm going to bring people on and say, and this is how she did it. And let me show you how we did this with her. And here's a model, and here's an example, and here's a sample. But we're not going to give you a script, because a script doesn't work. That's where you hear those mediocre speakers. I did not ask you to give up 2 days of your life so I could train you to be mediocre. There are no gold stars for being average. I want you to be extraordinary. I want you to be captivating. I want you to steal the show, right? So that is the framework piece. The follow through, right? The follow through. You have to have follow through. Do you know that there are people who bought and paid for a ticket to this event and aren't on here? I mean, it wasn't the most expensive ticket in the world. It's $47, $97. But people bought a ticket and couldn't find their way to be here. You're going to come to this training for 2 days, and I'm going to show you how to write a great talk. I'm going to teach you how to turn speaking into 7 figures. I'm going to walk you through how to steal the show. And then what if you walk out of here and you don't take a next step? You don't ever book a gig. You don't ever refine your talk. You don't ever practice your talk. Because, right, I can teach you the framework of a talk, but I can't teach you to get good in 2 days. That comes from practice and feedback from me, practice and feedback from me, practice and feedback from me. So if you do this and then you don't take a next step, you are lying to yourself. And if you lie to yourself enough, you will never believe anything you ever tell yourself. Right? Speaking is the fastest path to cash. Speaking is your way to grow to 7 figures and beyond. I have hundreds and thousands of clients who have done that. It is the easiest way. I work off of 2 things in my business. I want you to write these 2 things down: speed and simplicity. I work off of speed and simplicity. And speaking embodies speed and simplicity. It's the fastest way that you can get clients. It's the fastest way to make money is speaking. And it's the simplest way. There are no complicated back-end funnels. There is no trying to, figure out the tech. There is no having to talk to 1 million people. It is simply booking yourself. And what I love about where you all are starting from this is not where I started from this. When I started, there was no Facebook Live. When I started, there was no Zoom. Right? You have the ability to speak this afternoon. I'll be challenging you to do that. You have an ability to take a stage this afternoon and get clients, get leads, make money, right? Get clients, make leads, make money. So let's talk about, so we've got faith, financing, framework, and follow through.